now welcome to not only my graduation, but an influential experience, where the overlooked overcome the odds.
Welcome to my congratulations. Welcome to my graduation. My condolences to whoever ever hated. Finally famous is that portrait I can't wait to be painted. My areas, hands up in the arenas. Working my whole life, I know you motherfuckers have seen us. And this is still the way you treat us, like we go back up in the Grammys. Motherfucker, if I ever make it to the Grammys, I'ma grab me an award for my family. To think I was reluctant to turn nothing into fucking something. The only way I can be considered talentless is if you measure my talent and it flew off the charts like you couldn't tally that shit. Trust me, I don't love everything about the game, but if I knew what I was getting myself into, I still would've married that shit. Stand up for my dedication. Hands up for that motherfucker writing his whole life in the basement and finally made it. Stand up for my dedication. Hands up for that motherfucker writing his whole life in the basement and finally made it. Never heard of the inner circle, just a winner circle. You urgle to my hurdle, don't make me hurt you. Boy, you late, ain't it past your curfew? I don't give a fuck how many times you say your name in a rhyme, still ain't nobody heard of you. Shit, life is a bitch and my ass is still flirting too. You wanna play Russian roulette with a fully loaded tech? Cause that's like fucking with me at my best. Top floors, what I rhyme for, I ain't going back to the basement. Motherfucker, come chase me. Fast forward, but just don't ever erase me. And when my track gone, just play me.
This is starting to feel like that Aston Martin music, cause I was dreaming of an Aston Martin when I wrote this. And I just love to make some music. It's my time, and I think you should realize what it is. So stand up.
Stand up for my dedication. Hands up for that motherfucker writing his whole life in the basement and finally